next day. Mel, wake up. Sorry to wake you so early. I had no choice but to bring you along. It's Oceana. She ignored what I said and went off alone to dive at Deep Hole. As you heard yesterday, that's where the other pendant sank. The one that goes with the pendant you helped Oceana retrieve yesterday. Matthias gave those pendants to his wife and daughter before he died. Unfortunately, it wasn't long after that Oceana's mother passed away and left her pendant to Oceana. But Oceana dropped her own pendant in the sea, and it was lost. The terrain in this area is very difficult, but the real dangers are the aggressive tiger sharks that sometimes hunt here. I'm so worried about Oceana. Please, you must bring her back safely. Okay, we're here. There's a corridor leading to Deep Hole just south of here. You can't see it at first glance, but it's a narrow, shallow channel with a forest of kelp growing around it. The dense kelp makes it inaccessible by boat. There's no choice but to start your dive from here. Oceana must have done the same. Her personal watercraft is parked here. Is it possible to park a jet ski like that? I wonder. As I mentioned, I have a medical condition that won't allow me to dive. I know we only met yesterday, but I really need your help. You have the necessary skills. I know you can do this. Please, find Oceana. I'm counting on you. Of course. Thank you. I knew I could rely on you. Oh, we got a pulsar. This device is called a pulsar. Take it with you. It looks like a gun, but it's actually an electromagnetic device primarily used to heal marine creatures. But it can also pacify dangerous animals when they are agitated. I'm sure you have no trouble using it. Alright. Let's not waste any time. Let's go find her. We have a new spot where we can start diving from. We also unlocked the spring garden area. Let's go to the entrance of Deep Hole. Down, down, down we go. Katama Atoll. Forgot to read this last time. Deep Hole entrance, depth 26 feet. This sandy spot is covered in coral and teeming with tiny creatures. A pair of humphead wrasses are often seen at the entrance to Deep Hole. The Guardians of Deep Hole. My darling Oceana, I can only pray she's safe. If you run into something dangerous, the pulsar is your only hope. Would you like me to explain how to use the pulsar? For the sake of the Let's Play, I probably should, but I know how to use it. So I'm just gonna skip. I'm gonna skip the tutorial this time. To the best of my knowledge, because as best as I could tell, this is entirely fictional, by the way. The pulsar, the device. I don't think any such thing exists. In the game, it's pretty much a tool that you use for calming aggressive animals. You can also use it to heal sick creatures too, but I've never really done much of that. I mostly just use it to calm predators. But again, like I said, I tried looking it up, seeing if there's any kind of such device, any handheld fish healing device that divers can use to calm aggressive animals. And honestly, I think that with all the diving videos and stuff that I watch on occasion, if one such thing did exist, I probably would have seen an example of it by now. But like the most healing that I've ever seen in diving fish videos is when divers will occasionally pull the the hooks out of sharks and other larger creatures that got, fishing hooks stuck in their skin. Anyway, let's continue on. On this dive, expect the unexpected. And keep a close watch on your remaining air. This is your air gauge. This was not a mechanic in the previous level. They graciously let us dive as long as we wanted. Diving at greater depths uses more air. You'll also take a bigger gulp of air if hit with a strong impact or shock. So it's also our life bar. Now, off to Deep Hole. We can get there from the south of Gatama Atoll. I've marked it with a circle on your map, so if you get lost, check the map with 1. I will do that. But before we go save Oceania, let's take a look at some of the species that swim around here. Hello. Humphead race. I'm gonna go with race. I'm gonna say it's a race. It's a very, very comedic looking fish. I saw, it reminds me of a video that I saw of one of these races constantly trying to poke its head in something that a diver was looking at and getting in the way. Oh man, I'll see if I can find it. That was really funny. Humphead race, 6 feet 7 inches, weighing up to 450 pounds. This is the largest of all races. It has a distinctly shaped hump on its head and a pale, complex color pattern. Females are whitish and have a smaller hump, and young fish have black lines behind their eyes. It normally lives independently around coral reefs, but many gather together during the breeding season. And then you'll notice he has a smaller fish swimming around with him. This is a cleaner race. With its metallic blue tail and distinctive black stripe along its side, it earns its name by clinging to other fish and cleaning up food debris or parasites. Even quick-tempered fish such as the moray eel do not attack and instead calmly allow the fish to clean them. Okay. I don't see any other species of fish here that is new to us right now, and we are on a mission. There's the buddy, by the way. There's the other race. What is it? I don't know which one it is. But I will stop to pet this ray before we do anything else. It's a marbled ray. 10 feet long, this ray has a thicker body than most and a long tail with a poisonous stinger. Some have a scattering of black blotches, while others are almost totally black. Can blend in with the sand. Alright. That's enough. Let's go find Oceania. Gatama Atoll, deep hole, depth 100 feet. A massive cavity in the ocean floor that strikes fear and wonder into the hearts of all who see it. A great place to see rays and groupers. Deep hole, Pelago Commonwealth, South Pacific. Can you hear me? This is Jean-Eric. How's it looking? There should be a forest of kelp in front of you. This corridor is the entrance to Deep Hole. Tiger sharks have been sighted farther ahead. You can't be too careful. Keep your guard up. Just curious, because I haven't checked before, but one thing they added in this game is that you can surface. You can take a peek. And you can also go ashore in certain places. Yeah, there it is. There's the kelp forest. And this area is apparently unapproachable by boat. There are, I can see the rock formations and the kelp under the water. It's a really beautiful game. Ooh, that was a... Where was it? I missed it. Oh well. Let's keep going. No, no. I see the sailfin tang, but there are creatures living... There it is. Got it. What do we got? Look at that! What are you? Leafy sea dragon. 1 foot 4 inches with branching protrusions all over its body. This creature looks like a piece of seaweed. It lives in seaweed-rich environments like rocky reefs, and it survives by mimicking seaweed. One of nature's great camouflage animals. Is it like fish food? Doesn't look very interested. What if I just leave you some here? Nope. Nope, I guess not. Alright. Ah, we have a coin. Yes, and who are you? Singular bannerfish. 9 inches long. This fish can easily be identified by its alternating white and black pattern and elongated dorsal fin. It also has a small protrusion above its eyes. The length of a young bannerfish. Bannerfish's dorsal fin is about the same as the height of its body, distinguishing it from other fish. That one right there. Yeah, see it? See the little fin? Yeah. And a coin. Camelopardalis. We'll check up on these later. For now, I'm noticing we only have half a tank of air, so maybe I shouldn't put this off too long. Very easy to get distracted in this game. Here we are. Here's Deep Hole. The Colosseum. This giant crater is the center. In the center is Deep Hole. Like I said, proceed with caution. Even the local divers don't come here. This is I think it's a Japanese stingray? Eagle ray. I meant to say eagle ray. Japanese eagle ray. 6 foot 7 inches. These rays have a characteristic diamond shape and long tail. They swim using their large wing-like fins as if flying, and sometimes swim together in groups of about a dozen. They're often seen lying perfectly still on the seabed. I believe that is called sleeping. Alright, now we gotta be careful of sharks. See more species back there, but I think maybe Oceania's safety should take priority. Speaking of which... You found Oceania? What's the situation? There's a tiger shark in the area. What you're saying suggests that the shark is hungry and aggressive. It's dicey. It looks like Oceania is playing it safe and hiding. But sharks have a keen sense of smell. You could notice her at any moment. Use the pulsar to calm the aggressive shark. Where is it? We have some very light FPS mechanics. Where are you? There it is. Yeah. I see it. That's a big shark. Oh, wow. Yep. There we go. Well done. You've calmed the shark. Unfortunately, you can't click it and check him out, but that's fine. Thank you so much. You saved my life. I'm really sorry for putting you in danger. Let's return to the boat. Wait, before we leave, I've got to find the pendant. It's here somewhere. Please, will you help me find it? It's at the very bottom of this crater. I'm sure of it. I've earned the new title, Fearless Thrill Seeker. Not sure how I got that. I got the fearless for facing the shark, but not seeking thrills. I'm a rescuer. Anyway, okay, we got a little bit of time now. So I think I just want to bring up that I'm not saying it can't happen, and I'm sure that sharks do get agitated, and I'm sure they also get hungry. But just so you know, the common depiction of sharks as these fearless, heartless, soulless killing machines of the ocean is propaganda. It's all because of the old Jaws movies. Sharks do hunt, they do eat meat, and they have occasionally hurt people, but they're not evil animals, and they are not aggressive. They're not immediately aggressive towards humans either. Plenty of people dive in the vicinity of sharks, and you can, if you're trustworthy enough and nice enough, sharks will even let you pet them. Sharks don't get a lot of compassion, so whenever they experience the sensory overload of somebody petting their nose, it's very cute. Like, actually very cute. All right. Gold eye rockfish. 1 foot 2 inches long. This fish is easily identified by its pale red body and large eyes. It hatches its eggs inside its body, and its young are released only when they have grown to about 5 millimeters. They spend their first 120 days floating among drifting seaweed, after which they are able to live near the seabed. They move farther into the depths as they mature. If it hatches its eggs inside its body, then I mean, I guess it's not really a mammal, is it? But it's approaching mammalhood. Okay, so that's our goal down there. I'll just swim and pick it up. Sure. Oh, I see you've already found it, haven't you? Why don't you go pick it up then? What are you? Pinecone fish. 6 inches. Its name comes from the large, hard scales covering its body, making it look like a pine cone. It glows at night, but the light comes from bacteria living inside the fish, not from the fish itself. Can I get closer? Take a look at the pinecone fish. Oh, did you see it? Did you see the glowing? There, see? It's glowing. It is glowing. Alright, I saw the, yeah, what's this? It's another baby angelfish. More importantly, we have Monoceros coin. There we go. That's a better view. Really does look like a pine cone, doesn't it? Is there anything inside this hole? No. Okay. I'm starting to get a little disoriented. Ooh, what's that? Not this. I saw the... Just as I clicked this, I noticed the rocks. We already met, haven't we? Yeah. It's the bannerfish. You don't usually have to look for the coins. Like, you can look around these areas a little bit, but the coins are always right front and center. What's this? The cavern is sealed by a huge rock. You could never move something like that with human strength alone. But I see something back there. Do you see that? Do you see that? There's an animal trapped behind these rocks. Don't worry. As soon as I can find some non-human strength to help me, I'll be back. Let's pick up the pendant. There we go. Sky pendant. That's it. Oh, thank you. That pulsar is amazing. I heard that it's used for treating animals, but it looks like it can be used to calm aggressive sharks, too. If you hadn't come to my rescue, who knows what might have happened. Curing with the pulsar. You can use the pulsar to cure injured and sick marine creatures. A colored reticle will appear above them. Yeah. It's going to give me a little tutorial here now. Yeah. So they basically just color code the health status of fish, and the further you are toward red on the scale, the more serious it is. So, not sure what the point of this is, other than to just give us FPS mechanics. We can do it. Needs 3 hits. Oh, this guy's critical. This is like actually approaching what I imagine Star Trek technology to be. Like you know episodes of Star Trek where someone will. Like, I remember one where Commander Riker gets scratched by Data's cat, and apparently the wound is so deep that even Dr. Crusher is a little worried. And then she takes one of those, magic scientific devices, points it at his forehead, and the scar heals. Oh, okay, yeah. We are running out of air. Let's go. I forgot, we're in deep water, which means that we go through our air quicker. Alright. Let's go. That warning sound was going to become very annoying very quickly. Also, our diving level went up. As your diving level rises, you can spend more time underwater. The more you dive, the more you level up. The more your level will go up. Check your diving license to see your current level. Unlocked a little bit of the map there, and we unlocked a little bit of the map here. What were you thinking, Oceana? Going off on your own like that to dive a deep hole. Do you have any idea how worried I was? I'm sorry, Grandpa. But if that shark hadn't been there, I would have been just fine. I've forgotten everything I've taught you. That kind of thinking can lead to disaster. That shark was just one of many dangers that you could have encountered down there. You can't be so naive. Being unprepared only puts you at risk. Can't always count on luck and good fortune like you did today. Grandpa, I'm so sorry. Promise to be more careful and better prepared in the future. Very well. Thank you, Oceana. Let's return to the island for now. And I cannot thank you enough for what you did. I really owe you one. I leave the pulsar in your capable hands. You seem pretty handy with it. It takes a special individual to really master it. I think you've got what it takes. Well, we have both pendants now. We sure do. They're both pretty much the same tube-like shape. What do you think? Can you see anything special? I'm gonna say they're the same diameter. Yeah, they are. Now that you mention it, they look like they might fit together. You push the two pendants together and they lock into place with an audible click. The pendants are engraved on the outside with small letters that form a verse. The road to the truth is the song of dragons. That is how it reads. The Song of Dragons. Is this a message from my dad? I think I've heard about that phrase somewhere before. Why don't we get Nancy to appraise the item when we get back to the island? You haven't met Nancy yet, have you? She's a trader who travels around these islands. She knows everything. You earned a new title, South Sea Drifter. Yes, let's save. I'm gonna go just a little bit further until we get to our hub, which is another new thing that the game added from the first one. 9-Ball Island. This small island is only 100 feet in diameter, surrounded by miles of coral reefs. It's the perfect getaway spot. Jean-Eric won it from a rival diver in a game of 9-Ball. Hence the name. 2 mysterious pendants. Oceana's only keepsake from her father. Was it he who engraved them with "The road to the truth is the song of dragons"? The truth. What could that mean? And what does it have to do with the Song of Dragons? Of course, with all of this activity since you arrived, I had no chance to tell you about the place where you'll be based. Welcome to 9-Ball Island, the base of operations for L&L Diving Service. It's also the place we call home. It has all of the modern conveniences we need. Everything you need for work is there on the table. And sorry about the mess. We leave our soda and orange juice here. The Marine Encyclopedia contains a record of all the creatures you see. Stop by this camera to develop any photos you take. And there's an album to put all of your photographs into. Of course, we have a radio so we can keep in touch with the outside world. Then there's the very important dive log, where you can record your progress, also known as saving your game. Use the dive log, yep. Okay. There's also a notebook with information on what you've done so far, places you've been, and other, well, notes. And last but not least, we have the collection. It's a record of all the items and coins you've salvaged. Go to where you can see that suit on the wall to change clothes and equipment. And head inside the cabin to rest for a while and advance time if you need to. Got it. In any case, I'm sure you can find your way around by yourself. And by the way, you can display a list of shortcuts for all the island's functions by pressing plus. I love it when characters do this in video games. Like Metal Gear Solid, I think, is famous for this, where guys just randomly start talking about pushing buttons, and nobody acts like it's weird. Hey, Grandpa, you forgot to introduce someone. Oh, yes. Yes, of course. I don't see anyone. Don't look so surprised. L&L Diving Service is another member you haven't met yet. It's a short-beaked common dolphin that lives near the island. I think it likes us. It's come to visit quite a few times lately. It also helps our work when it's in the right mood, almost like a business partner. So, I would suggest that you befriend it as soon as you can. Short-beaked common dolphin and name! I'm gonna name it... Idaho. Is this name okay? Yes. I earned the title Mighty Protector. Yeah, this title thing is not something I get. You get titles that are comprised of an adjective and a noun, and you can mix them up however you want. I don't know why I would do that, but I can if I want to. See that bell down at the end of the dock? That's a dolphin. You can can use it to signal the dolphin. Go on, ring the bell and give the dolphin a call. Yes, diving partners is a thing. In the first game, it was a little annoying. There were a total, I believe, of 6 potential animal partners that you could have, but you could only ever have 3 at a time, which meant that, very similar to, I guess, recent Baldur's Gate, which I find also annoying, you can only have 3 characters in your party, right? So every time you want to switch somebody out, you have to go over to them, first you have to dismiss one of your current party members, and then you have to go talk to the one you want to pick up, go through a whole ritual, you know, and it's very similar in the first game. In the second game, you can just have all the partners, and the game doesn't bother any more than that. Come on, Idaho. There we go. Alright, so now we can do tricks with the animals. Sorry, I'm gonna skip through this. So basically what we can do is we can ask him to do a flip. And shake the Wiimote. Up he goes. For now it's just a jump, but as you practice to keep doing it, he'll get better. Game is a little bit grindy. There's definitely grinding involved, but anyway, he was good. So, I'll get the fish. There you go, boy. Nice. Do us another trick. He can sing. Sing for 3.5 seconds. Give him another fish. There you go. Gotcha. Good boy. Alright. Can mess around with this stuff later. It seems you're a natural with dolphins. Oh yes, wait here a minute, both of you. What's that? This is a sea whistle. I received it from an acquaintance a long time ago. It can produce sound of varying pitches. It's not very widely used, apart from in aquariums in some countries, and by dolphin trainers who put on shows for visiting customers. You can use it while you're diving to give signals to whales and dolphins. It's up to you how you use it. Here, you can have it. The sea whistle. Well, I think I've explained all there is to know about Nine Ball Island. I'll stop talking now and let you take a look around for yourself. Make sure you look through the notebook. There's a lot of useful information in it. If you can't remember what you are doing or what to do next, you should take a look in there. Speaking of what to do next, weren't we going to call Nancy to take a look at the pendants? Go ahead and call her. You can use the radio on the table. Controls for walking on land are the same. So you just point at the screen and hold the move button. But you can only move in 2 dimensions here. Welcome to Nine Ball Island. So this is where our adventures are going to start off from. It's quite barren right now, but apparently we're lucky enough to have a source of fresh water. I think, unless they have like water tanks or something. If you ever wondered, by the way, why so many of these little islands in the Pacific are uninhabited, it's because there's no fresh water on it. But yeah, look, see, we have water tanks. So I guess we probably have to have them refilled every now and then. I can take a shower if I want, but I'm not actually going to call Nancy in the playthrough just yet. But I am going to do a little bit of customization. You can't, I think, customize your dry land clothes, but you can customize your diving suit, which I believe was also a new feature compared to the old game. let's see. We don't. Yeah, we only have the one diving suit so far, but I'm gonna give it some different colors. See, the game very handily tells you which color you're changing. Let's go for some nice color combination. Yeah, I like that. We'll get better diving suits later, but for now, we'll just go with that. Color confirmed. We can also switch out our BCD, which stands for Buoyancy Control Device. We got gloves, we got fins, and we've got O2 tanks. Not a lot we can do right now, but we'll unlock additional stuff as we play. Can take a shower out back, and then we can also take a look at all this stuff. I did want to check my before we do anything. I wonder what expert diving controls does. I'm fine with normal. Yeah. What I'm looking to see is if there is an option to, nah, that's okay. Alright, go to items. I wanted to look at my diving license. My diving level is 2, salvage level is 1, and the company rating is 1. Which makes sense, we haven't done any salvaging yet, but, or, you know, we just arrived at the company. We'll fix that up later. And then here are the rest of our items. Well, now that we have found our little island home and we're ready to continue, I'm going to save the game here. And we will pick up from here next time. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I'm just gonna record my progress in the diving log, and I will see you next time. Oh, but first, before I leave, I am going to, just for the sake of my own little nostalgic heart, I'm gonna trigger some sounds that I'm curious how many of you feel the same way. Some sounds that really do help to trigger little nostalgia responses in my brain. Yeah, I guess I'll just sign off and see you guys next time. Farewell.